one of you a happy Thanksgiving. This is our happy Thanksgiving training. It is Saturday, a couple days after Thanksgiving. Of course, some of you might be on the replay, the recorded version. Back for that matter, let me do something. I got to get in the habit of start recording these. Sometimes our Facebook feed has been less than reliable lately. Hold on, here we go. All right, there we go. So welcome to our happy Thanksgiving training. Again, you might be here live. You might be here on the recording. It is Saturday. Of course, Thanksgiving's always on Thursday, a celebration we have here in the United States. I do know we have an international audience, but Thanksgiving's a time when we stop, we pause, we give thanks for all the blessings that we've already been bestowed. And again, anyone that's watching this training, anyone that's watching this replay, if you are doing that, you probably have a computer, a laptop, a mobile phone, an internet connection, which means you probably have a home and food and water, and which means you're already amongst the most blessed people on the entire earth. And having that attitude of gratitude, knowing that getting more begins by first giving thanks for what you already have. And so again, that's what we do here in the United States. Thanks for your family. Thanks for all of the blessings have been bestowed upon us. And we're going to be talking about that a little bit today. We also happen to have Mr. Danny Bling Bling Seguinal in the house. Now he's going to be with us today. We got Mr. Daryl Roberts with us today as well. And one of the things I wanted to talk about, let me go there in 2 seconds. I don't want to forget to talk about the Christmas bonus, because as soon as we get going on the training, we forget to do the promotions we're running. So just so you guys know, this bonus is going to run until the 9th of December. Now that means I got, several more days here in November, probably another 5. So today's the 26th. So you got today all the way through Wednesday, and then we're going to start December 1st. Until December 9th. So you got at least a good 9-10 days here left in which you can just go out and get 3 sales. And if you get 3 sales, you get to tap into this Christmas money. And you can do that as many as 3 times. And so you could do it, 6 sales, you get the bonus twice. 9 times, you get the bonus 3 times. Now, when I say 3 sales, I'm assuming you're doing platinums. That's our number 1 seller. If you happen to do titanium, well, it's going to take 6 sales just for 1 share if they're all titaniums. But you get 1 point for titanium, 2 points for a platinum. It only takes 6 points to win. So hence 3 platinums. I got my first Christmas bonus. 3 more platinums. I got my second. Well, if you do the math on this, the company's giving you an extra $66 per sale, even if you're just someone who's brand new. Okay, you're getting that extra money per sale, so you can kick that back to the person that's signing up if you want, or keep it for yourself. Up to you. If you want a little Christmas cash, help pay for Christmas, or you can pay it forward. Hey, I got this extra money coming in. I'm willing to give you the $50 direct sales commission I make. I'm going to go put 3 of these in, pick up the 200. That's an extra 66 per one. And I'm going to kick you back another, 66 on top of that, or another $60 on top of that, or 50. Whatever it is. And they can join for $199 instead of $299. And the same is true with the titanium, if you want to go put enough of those in. So again, that's something you can do where, again, it's all about, kind of getting revved up for the new year because the new year starts now. Now, if you happen to be somebody who's a 2-star or a 3-star, well, you're not getting $66 a sale. You're getting like 120 something a sale. And so again, you could do the exact same thing. If you're a 4-star or an ambassador, you're getting 200 a sale. And so think about that. On a $299 sale, you're going to pick up the $50 direct sales commission plus another $200 per sale on top of that. And so the company's paying you $250 on a $299 sale. And so if you don't go make 3 sales, you really got to look in the mirror, because you could practically put somebody in for free. You could give someone, hey, you know what you're getting for Christmas? A travel membership, right? I'm paying for it. So again, the company's put you in that kind of a situation, and there's nothing wrong with making the sales and keeping the cash for yourself. I'm just kind of planting that seed that worst case scenario. Go out there and, and maybe make it a little bit richer for somebody so that you do get the sales, because again, the new year starts now. You can't fake January 1, too late. I want you to picture this big school of fish are about to come by January 1st through January 7th. And that school of fish are nothing more than a whole bunch of people that are thinking, maybe I should do something new in the new year. Maybe I should do things differently in the new year. I want to lose weight. I want to get in shape. I want to make more money. I want to get out of debt. I want to quit my job. I want to start traveling and seeing the world. People make this list of things that they want to do on New Year's Eve. As Daryl Roberts always says, 3 glasses in of champagne, they're got a bubble. The new year. And so, but you have a moment in time when the entire world's thinking, hey, how do I make this year better than last year? It just means that you have a massive body of people that are more open-minded at that particular moment than any time throughout the year. Well, if you wait until January 1 to start calling people, well, you're already too late. A lot of people have already given some thought. They've already kind of decided which direction they're going, or that school official is going to come by so fast. You're like someone that's just trying to get your rod and reel out, and maybe get a little bait on your hook to try to get it in there and catch a fish or two. I mean, you need to be building a net right now. I mean, build a net. You got to know that that's going to happen. They're coming by January 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. I mean, they're coming by. And you want to, the more people you talk to, that's the more lines you're getting in the water. And that begins now. And the company's giving you a massive incentive to begin those conversations now, to begin that dialogue now. Because while you're out there trying to get the 3, not everyone's going to do it today, but we'll come back to them, come January 1. Of the ones who do get started today, hey, we can help them launch their business knowing that January 1's coming. And so everything you do today should be in preparation and anticipation of what's about to happen on January the 1st. Now, going back to something that we've been talking about last week, which is we've been talking about money. And I'm going to put up a slide here real quick. Let me get this off screen real quick. Let's find our slide here. One of the things we're talking about money is that there's a lot of, people that kind of get weird when it comes to money. We kind of been doing like a money immersion conversation kind of slowly over the weeks here. We kind of, delved in and out of this conversation as we've had different guests on the call. But I want to put up a slide in particular, and I'm going to be a little quicker on this point. We'll kind of keep talking about it over the coming weeks. I just think it's so important because money is one of those things that kind of makes people feel, again, kind of weird and different. And is it a good thing or a bad thing? And there's all these kind of misconceptions about money and all these things that we're kind of like psychologically told that makes us think that money is bad. Well, again, if you think about money as a relationship, right? And think about this as your relationship with money. If you're constantly thinking of that person, and of course, in this case, it's money, like, oh, you're not all that, you're not everything, there's many things more important than you. I mean, if you're kind of like, taking on that attitude that sometimes it's kind of been grilled at us in society, well, I mean, how long is that person got to stick around? I mean, clearly you don't like me, you don't value me, you think everything else is more important. You're telling me I'm not that important. And, money doesn't buy happiness, right? Well, that's like saying, hey, hanging out with you doesn't buy happiness. I mean, how often are you going to stick around? And so you see people, as fast as they get money, they try to get rid of it. And there's 3 skills you have to learn with money. 1, you have to learn how to make it. 2, you have to learn how to keep it. And 3, you have to learn how to grow it, right? Well, we're going to talk about the money mindset here for a moment. Even this very notion that if you make a lot of money, one of the first things people tell you is you need to give back to society. Well, that almost implies like you stole it to begin with, right? So if you make a lot of money, hey, you need to give back. I mean, there's kind of that built-in notion as if like you earn the money by some ill-gotten gain or some nefarious practice. Well, what if I had invented the cure to cancer? So if I invented the cure to cancer, and of course now I got a lot of money coming in because obviously I'm healing so many people. I mean, with your attitude, hey, you need to give back, right? I mean, didn't I just cure cancer? I mean, didn't I do my piece for society? But you have to understand that's where money comes from. Now, by the way, don't misinterpret this. I'm all in favor of tithing and taking care of, people who are less fortunate. Yes, of course. But understand that there's underlying tones in some of the things we hear about money. For example, money doesn't grow on trees. Well, have you ever touched money? It's made of paper and paper comes from trees. So in some ways, money does kind of grow on trees. Some people refer to cold, hard cash, right? Well, have you never held money? It's actually not cold. Nor is it hard. It's actually kind of soft and warm. Feels kind of good. Right? I don't know what kind of money you've been hanging out with, right? And so again, I mean, there's all these different things. Money is the root of all evil. That's not what the Bible said. The Bible said that the love of money, to make money your God, that would be the root of all evil. Okay, it's not money that's the root of all evil. It's the love of money that's the root of all evil. Money doesn't buy happiness, as if poverty did. Oh, I guess if we were broke, then we'd be happy, right? Get rid of all of our money so we can be happy. Money doesn't buy happiness, but neither does poverty. But understand, there's all of these different kind of undertones. In movies, we see, the people who have money are always the crooked, evil people doing awful things, right? But in all reality, and many times the opposite is true. I mean, who do you think donates money for libraries and universities and research? And you look at, Bill Gates, he's got a lot of money, and regardless of what you think of the guy, he's trying to give over half of it away. And he's trying to solve very big problems in parts of the world I mean, he's almost gotten rid of malaria in Africa. I mean, he's done all kinds of incredible things for people. And that's after he invented computers and software that's changed the world. And so again, I mean, there's a lot of people doing a lot of incredible things with their money, right? In the Bible, it tells us we should obviously take care of the widows, take care of the elderly. We should feed the poor. Well, how are you going to feed the poor if you're one of them? Okay. You can't feed the poor, take care of anybody if you can't even take care of yourself. Not everyone can be in the soup line. Someone's got to pay for the soup. Okay. And so there's all of this kind of like, again, misunderstanding about money, again, as if it's evil and nefarious, right? And if your mindset is that, then maybe you're not trying to attract money to you. That maybe you kind of feel like, well, I don't want to take too much. I don't want to be seen greedy, right? So what if I invented cancer and I said, you know what, Daryl, I'm not going to put the cure out there because I don't want people thinking that I'm about the almighty buck, that I'm going to be one of those crooked rich people, that I'm all about the money. I don't want people thinking that about me. Besides that, money doesn't buy happiness. Besides that, there's some kind of nobility, like I want to make it to heaven. So therefore, I know I could cure all of you people out there with cancer, but not going to do it because that means a lot of money's coming my way and I don't want that. So sorry. I mean, what would you think if I said that? What would you think if I did that? It sounds preposterous, right? What if I represented all of the farmers in America and you said, we know you like to eat, right? Thanksgiving, right? We know you like to eat. We just saw you here in the United States eat a lot of food over the last couple of days. But, we're making a lot of money selling that food. And, money's the root of all evil. Money doesn't buy happiness, I don't want to be one of those dirty, greedy about the almighty buck. So we're no longer going to sell food. That way we can be more noble. And I'm sorry you're going to starve. But hey, I want to go to heaven. I don't want to, I know I could feed you, but clearly that would lead to money and that would be bad. And I don't want that. I mean, picture if I did that. And of course, a lot of you are thinking like, that again sounds preposterous, but yet that's the mindset of a lot of people. A lot of people seem to think we have this, if you believe in a deity or that we serve a God that seems to be limited. And I had a pastor say this to me one time. He was actually an archbishop. And he made the comment, he goes, so let me ask you something. He goes, do you believe in God? I said, yes, I do. And he says, do you believe he created the heavens and earth? I said, yes, I do. You believe he created all the stars? Yes, I do. You believe he created all the animals and the plants and the people here on this earth? Yes, I do. Do you believe he's all powerful? Yes, I do. But for some reason, you think he can't feed everybody? He just kind of came short in that one area that there's just not enough for everybody. Somebody's got to go without, so don't take too much, right? No. We serve a God that is of abundance, right? He does not lack in resources, right? It's kind of where we're a co-creator in this miracle, right? We got to go plant the seeds and, and grow the crops and do those kinds of things. But we are a participant in the process. And it's kind of easy. It's interesting that people get this kind of like, there's not enough, or I don't want to seem greedy or take too much. No. Where does money come from? Money comes from having an impact on other people. So pretend that I work at McDonald's and I'm in charge of the French fries. Well, that means I'm having an impact on everyone that's eating lunch that day at McDonald's if they order fries, right? I'm having the French fry impact. And of course, a lot of people like those fries. And so I am having an impact. That's why they're going to pay me my hourly wage because I'm over there making the fries, put a little salt on them, right? Get them in the little box, get them in the bag, nice and hot, right? People going through the drive-through, they're lined up at lunchtime. But my impact is only for those people at the drive-through or at lunch. So I'm impacting people, but how many people am I impacting and how big of an impact am I making? Well, clearly the McDonald's guy with the French fries is not making as much impact as if someone invented the cure to cancer, right? That guy's going to make a much bigger impact. And so sometimes people are put in a position where I can't even impact people very much, and understand that your check is in direct proportion to the amount of impact that you're having on other people, right? The amount of value that you're bringing to the marketplace. You can be the nicest person in the world, but are you impacting other people in a positive way? There was even a book that I went through called Business Secrets from the Bible. It was written by Daniel Lapin. So he's a rabbi, and he calls the Hebrew language God's own language because the first Bible was written in Hebrew. And he says in the Hebrew language, if you were to take a word and you take that word and you spell it a certain way, I think I got it right here, so I can pull it up here for you. Thought I had it. Here we go. So in the Hebrew language, so this is the book, Business Secrets from the Bible. That's Rabbi Daniel Lapin. He says, if you take a word like the word sad and you spell it backwards, right? It would mean happy. So that's how Hebrew works. So I'm giving you an English example, the word sad, S-A-D. If our English language worked the way Hebrew works, we could take the word, spell it backwards, D-A-S, and mean happy. It means exactly the opposite. Well, the word in Hebrew for rubbish is R-P-S-H, right? Which means if you take that word and spell it backwards, S-H-P-R, it means super valuable. The word for wealth is R-S-H-O. But if you take that word and you spell it backwards, Osher, it does not mean poor. It means evil. And you're like, whoa, hold on. How could that be? And this is right out of the Bible. How could that be? Well, where does money come from? Money comes from being of service to God's other children. And every single one of us were bestowed gifts. Some of us were given a lot of gifts. Some of us were given very few gifts. That's not the point. You can't get into comparitis. That steals your joy, right? Why does he get to be tall, dark, good looking, athletic, smart, went to Stanford? I mean, why does he get all that? And I'm short, ugly. You can't get into that whole, you got to take with whatever you were given and go multiply that. We're going to get to that in a couple of seconds. But that's where money comes from. Money comes from being of service to God's other children, to use whatever skills you were given, whatever talents you were given for the benefit of other people, right? Even Jesus says, if you want to be great, be of service to many. So being of service to many is where greatness comes from, right? And so even in the parable of the talents, he gave one 5 talents and he turned it into 10. He said, you wonderful, faithful servant, because you've been faithful with little, I will now give you much. He gave one 2 talents, turned it to 4. You wonderful, faithful servant, because you've been faithful with little, I will now give you much. Now you might say, how come one got 5, one got 2? You can't sign up for that class. Why does the sun come up in the east and go down in the west? Don't sign up for that class. Why does summer follow spring? Don't sign up for that class. It's just the way it is, right? You are who you are. God created you the way you are. You're a masterpiece. You've got skills and talents. The question is, what are you going to do with them? So go back to the story. Gave one 5 talents, turned it to 10. Gave one 2 talents, turned it to 4. You wonderful, faithful servants. He gave one 1 talent. He said, what did you do with it? He said, nothing. I was afraid. Number 1 commandment in the Bible is not don't sin. Number 1 commandment in the Bible is fear not. I was afraid. Therefore, I took your talent, buried it, did nothing with it. I sat on the couch. I ate potato chips. I made excuses, watched reruns, did nothing with your talent, did nothing to benefit other people. Here, you can have the talent back. And as Jesus told the story, the master lost his cool. It did not go well for that guy, okay? He says, take that 1 from him and give it to the one with 10. For those who have will be given more, and those who have not, even what they have will be taken away. He called him a wicked, awful, evil servant. Throw him out where there's weeping and gnashing of teeth. Now, again, that's a story right out of the Bible. So again, going back to where does money come from? Money comes from having an impact on other people. And so in a network marketing company like ours, where we happen to be in the single largest industry in the world, travel. Why is travel the largest industry in the world? It's the one thing everybody wants to do. You could ask people, if you had all the time, all the money in the world, what would you do? Travel. Well, tell me about your bucket list. You know, the list of things you want to do before I die, right? 3 very important words. Before I die, here are the things I want to do. Here are the things I want to accomplish. Clearly, these are their dreams. These are the things that they want to do. Well, why don't you do them? Well, I can't afford them. So if you come along and show someone how to book at the travel agent rate, where they can book for up to 70% off, you show somebody how they can get involved in the company, tell 3 other people their membership is free, therefore they're earning their travel points for free, therefore they can travel for virtually nothing. You show someone how to get involved in the company, make a little extra money, how to change their life. You show someone how to start reading books, 10 pages a day, 15 minutes of audio, 10 in the trainings, hanging out with different people. You change other people's lives. You are making a bigger impact. Therefore, you get a bigger check. And obviously, in this kind of a situation, network marketing, me, my wife and I, we barely speak one language. We only knew one person outside the United States when we got started. And today the team is in over 63 countries, right? So obviously we've had a bigger impact. Therefore, we got a bigger check. Now, when we started, our check wasn't very big. Why? Because we hadn't made a very big impact. Number 1, the company wasn't near as good as it is now. We didn't have all of everything I just described. We didn't have where you were getting 2 travel points for every dollar and world tours and trip incentives and 454,000 weeks in the getaways. We didn't have any of that. Now, we had good rates. We also didn't have a very big team. So we had a smaller impact, but as we made a bigger impact, we got a bigger check, right? I think I've said that enough, but that's where money comes from. And when you understand that, it kind of changes the way you think about money a little bit, and even about how much money you're making or where you're making your money. Because maybe you're in a situation where, man, I can't make a big impact doing what I'm doing. That's why I want to embrace this networking thing, because I can realize I can reach people all around the world. I can have a global impact. I can change people's lives. I can help people's dreams come true. And in this kind of situation, I can tell a few who tell a few. I can teach them how to duplicate. I can teach them how to join the Dream Trips page. I can teach them how to grow a business. I can teach them how to grow themselves. I can teach them how to, get involved with people who are, teaching wisdom and reading books and doing things where, again, I can start changing lives, and therefore I get a bigger check because I, again, had a bigger impact. So again, a little bit about the money thing. We've kind of brought that up over the last few weeks. We've had a lot of great guests on here. I didn't get to kind of deep dive or just kind of tidbit in this, but I'm going to take this over to the great Daryl Roberts, man, myth, legend. I call him MJ. He's one of the very best to ever do it in our industry, to do it in our business. He's fantastic. I know that we also happen to have Mr. Danny Seguinall here. So we got Coach D here. Hey, Mr. Daryl, how are you, sir?
Yeah, absolutely phenomenal. I had an amazing Thanksgiving with family members, and just truly, truly blessed, and just listening to the impact that you're making on everybody today. If they're not here watching this or watching a recording, their life is not going to be better for it, because the information you just shared, Todd, is just phenomenal. And it just kind of reminds me of my journey, getting in this industry and going from where we were to just getting started, not knowing anything, not having success, to progressing and learning skill sets and understanding mindsets that we needed to understand, the mindsets that Todd just talked about, to make all the difference in the world, from going to that, starting out, and now producing videos and writing and scripting and doing trainings on Saturday. I couldn't imagine myself grade one, getting on a Saturday training with people literally all over the world, and potentially thousands of people watching a training at some point in time on a recording. Todd, there was all those things in the mindset, the progression we had to go through. It basically is you can't become who you want to be by maintaining the same habits and results that you have today. The strategies that got you to this point are not the same strategies that are going to get you to the next point.
That was so profound. You got to say that one more time.
Well, you can't become who you want to be by maintaining the same habits and rituals that have got you the strategies that put you here, that got you to this point. Those same strategies and rituals have got to change. It's like the person that just gets so sick and tired of being sick and tired, Todd, that they say, well, wait a minute, hey, I'm going to become an accountant. And so they don't know what it is to become an accountant, other than the fact that they heard a few things. And what do they have to do? They've got to do something different. They've got to go to school. They've got to go to accountant school. They've got to work with mentors, CPAs, and others to teach them to acquire the new skills to become the accountant, or whatever it is. Hey, I'm sick and tired of just living life. I need to go get a degree of some sort so I can make more money. And again, they can't become who you want to be by maintaining the same habits and rituals that you have today. Again, the strategies that got you to where you are today and the rituals are going to be totally different. And once I embraced that over the years, Todd, that's when my life started to impact, and we started impacting more people. Our checks started getting bigger. We started impacting more people. I learned more skill sets. We started impacting more people, and then it just got bigger and bigger and bigger. But if I didn't do any changes, if I didn't read the books, if I didn't listen to the audios, if I didn't do the things that we talk about every single weekend here on a consistent basis, long-term basis, no matter what the results I got in the beginning, which again, for most people are pretty crappy. If I had not done those things, I wouldn't be here today, speaking with all of you today. So it is just truly unbelievable, the value of what you can learn here. And the thing that I love most about it, Todd, these skill sets are not that tough. Your job is to do what? Go find 3 people out of 7 billion people on earth. Everyone that's watching us right now, and even the ones that are not watching us right now, can learn how to show a 6-minute video. how to get Todd on the phone, how to get Ambassador Taylor on the phone, how to learn how to tell the story, how to show the new 27-minute video, or Todd has great presentations and videos that are out there as well. That is a skill you can learn. But what happens, Todd, most people are, I'm going to say it, just lazy. Or like you say, the number one thing in the Bible is that people have fear, fear of failure. And as soon as they go out and half-cocked and don't understand really what to do, and they run into that person or two or three or four that says, nope, can't do it, that doesn't work, it's one of those deals and those things, then that fear even kicks in even more. But again, Todd, the skill sets that you must learn to become successful here, guys, you learned them in kindergarten. Show and tell, and just do it over and over and over until you find a Todd and Gina Strand, until you find a Danny, until you find an Ambassador Taylor, until you find a Maria Robert, until you find a Renethia, until you find a Reverend Cunningham, until you find a Dr. Renee, until you find a Lorraine and Doc out in Sacramento, until you find, and you know the rest of the story.
Absolutely incredible. By the way, I put up that quote from Albert Einstein because it's very identical to what you were saying. It sounded more profound the way you said it than the way Einstein said it. But, I put it up there because it's the exact same thing. And for those of you that might have missed it, it's a famous quote. You can Google it. It's not a bad quote to Google, but it's something you should think about when you think about money. But you cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we use to create them, right? Albert Einstein. So you have to think a different way. You have to bring a different mindset, a different skill set to obviously take you from where you are to where you want to be. And that's why these trainings are so valuable. When you get to come on here and hear from Coach D, you get to come on and hear from Danny Seguinov. And every week you got Daryl Maria bringing incredible stuff, new videos, new tools, profound statements, incredible slides. I mean, they're constantly, giving you their 30 some years that they spent in this industry. And of course, Daryl, it's not just his 30 years. He's been around some of the very best to do it. He's mentored and worked with some of the very best to do it. He's borrowed from them. He's taken notes at their seminars. And so you may have not missed the seminar. You may have missed the seminar with Bill Gould, or missed the seminar with Jeff Olson. You missed the seminar with Eric Worre. You missed the seminar with Darren Hardy. Some of you may not even know who those people are, and you don't need to. That's okay. Daryl didn't. Daryl went to that seminar, took the notes, and he's here giving you those notes. He's here giving you those experiences, which can help you catapult you from where you are to where you want to be. Yeah, I know we got Danny Seguinov on here as well.
One more quick thing. I've got a quick video because people say, well, Daryl, how do you learn little things and how do you do it? Guys, again, I'm going to show you a video. It's only 30 seconds. But this is the type of stuff that I learned a long time ago. And this is the type of stuff that I listen to. This is the type of stuff that I believe. And everybody here that's every Sunday picking up the Bible, don't know why more people, from a religious standpoint are more successful, because it gives you all the clues in what to do. If it's already done for us and we're not doing it, then that's on us. It ain't on him. So, but here's just one little clip that I listen to all the time, just to remotivate me, just to hear. And I have hundreds of these type of clips, but check this out.
Somebody asked me the other day, they saw my vision board, they said, man, where your dream car at? They in the driveway. They've been marked off the vision board a long time ago. The vision boards work. I'm not bragging, I'm telling you how this works. You don't think I got all these TV shows, I ain't making no money now. I'm out here hustling and grinding, but I'm willing to work. You gotta write everything you want down. Now, if you want, like I said, you can go to school, try to get you another degree. I don't have one. I'm telling you what I did to get here. I learned a few scriptures that made some good sense to me. You have not cause you ask not. So you mean to tell me if I just keep asking you for it and believing in it, that's one way to get it? Okay, cool. Then you tell me faith without works is dead. You tell me if I believe in you and I'm willing to work, I should have it. But I can't believe in it and don't work and I won't get it. Okay, I understand that one. And then you tell me to write the vision and make it plain. I can do this. These are things you can do today.
Wow. That 22-second clip can change your life. It's
almost to say play it again. Play it one more time for everybody. Play it again. I mean, guys, I love how he ends it. These are things you can do now, things you can do today. And he's quoting the Bible, by the way.
Exactly. All we got to do, Todd, is have the faith of a mustard seed. That's what I read. I remember that in Sunday school. That much faith, and we could actually move mountains. And that's why I think people struggle because of that fear you talked about earlier. But here, one more time.
Somebody asked me the other day, they saw my vision board, they said, man, where your dream car at? They in the driveway. They've been marked off the vision board a long time ago. The vision boards work. I'm not bragging, I'm telling you how this works. You don't think I got all these TV shows, I ain't making no money now. I'm out here hustling and grinding, but I'm willing to work. You gotta write everything you want down. Now, if you want, like I said, you can go to school, try to get you another degree. I don't have one. I'm telling you what I did to get here. I learned a few scriptures that made some good sense to me. You have not because you ask not. So you mean to tell me if I just keep asking you for it and believing in it, that's one way to get it? Okay, cool. Then you tell me faith without works is dead. You tell me if I believe in you and I'm willing to work, I should have it. But I can't believe in it and don't work and I won't get it. Okay, I understand that one. And then you tell me to write the vision and make it plain. I can do this. These are things you can do today.
You can't become who you want to be by maintaining the same habits and rituals that you have today. The strategies that got you to this point are not the strategies and rituals that will get you to that next point.
You got a whole $2,000 training just right there, Daryl. See, that's why we call you MJ. It don't take you long. You come on, 30-second video, 2 minutes. All right, see y'all. I mean, again, unbelievably profound what you're saying. And guys, that can absolutely change your life. I mean, it's so simple, it's hard because anybody could do it. But how many actually do it? How many take the time? And I can say that less than 10% of the entire public has clearly defined written goals, even though Daryl just played that incredible clip. Even though there's people that quote the Yale graduating class from 1963, I think it was, and only 3% of them had clearly defined written goals. And then they track those students, and the 3% with the clearly defined written goals accomplish more than the other 97% combined. Now, keep in mind, these are the brightest kids in society. They all graduated. I mean, these are the best of the best, all graduated. But that one little detail that you just heard from Steve Harvey, a guy who had never graduated, but he caught on to, if you'll write the stuff down, you have not because you ask not, you don't have a vision board, you haven't written down your clearly defined written goals, that's not all in place. Therefore, it doesn't come to fruition. And although there's all kinds of successful people teaching that, you just heard Steve Harvey, I can bring on Tony Robbins, I can bring on all kinds of people who've proven this works, right? I love how he said that. I'm not bragging, I'm telling you how this works. It's even in the Bible. I'm telling you how this works. Write it down, even though I'm going to pound on my desk. And I'm going to do that from now until probably 3 weeks after January, right? You're going to keep hearing me bring it up. Only 10% of you will do it, right? Now, I shouldn't say 10% of you will do it. Only 10% of people in society will do it. I believe that we have a better crowd here. I believe we have a crowd here that you show up every Saturday. You wouldn't be here if you weren't the crowd that, you know what? I am willing to take that next step. I am willing to take action. See, most people are not. They can hear it. Oh, what a great speech. Oh, hey, look, housewives are on. I mean, again, you're not that crowd. So I'm believing that this crowd, that this group of people, you are all going to, man, I'm writing this stuff down. I'm getting pictures and vision board and posting it everywhere. We had someone, by the way, Daryl, was fantastic. I was on my call in Spain last Tuesday, and we had a lady that she turned on her camera and she took us, her walls. I mean, dude, she was like walking through her house. Everywhere you looked, she had it written out. She had pictures. I don't even speak Spanish, and I still understood it because she had pictures, right? And she just took us on a tour, and I was just like, I just stood back and like, wow, that is absolutely incredible.
Well, again, these are all the things that we've done, guys. That the stuff that we're talking about here, this is not stuff that we just talk about. These are things that have put us in a better situation. And I can't think of anything clearer than the 2 points, the video I said and what I said, and then the video, and then plus you said earlier. I think most people that get in a situation where they don't have money, Todd, then that's when they start coming up with those excuses about the root of all evil. It's there's the Bible verse goes a little bit more into that. It's the love of money You went through all of that stuff. And I just think that's just an attitude people adapt that just give up, and then they start saying those things just to make themselves feel better. So you can either push yourself down to the level of your thinking or your situation, or you can actually pull yourself up and come to a whole new reality again. You've got to come up with some new strategies. We go over those strategies every single week. I'm going to ask you guys a question, and you guys type it in there. What are some of the strategies that Todd and I and all the other leaders talk about on a weekly basis that can pull you from this point to the next point, that can pull you from obscurity to, ambassador, can pull you from not having to having? What are one or two of the things that we talk? It should be very simple, about a sentence. One of the things that we talk about almost every week that can help you go to the next level. Just type it in if you can.
And boy, while they're typing that in, Daryl, just this morning, I heard a great line. I'm on the treadmill, right? So, as I do every Saturday morning, not because I want to get up early and get on the treadmill. I'm not a morning guy, right? But hey, you got to do what you got to do, right? So that's a ritual. Got to get up, just go do it, and then I always rush to shower, then rush to get on the call. Half time my hair's still wet when I get on here, but sometimes you can still see the steam coming off because I was outside running. It was a little chilly out, but I'm running and I'm listening. This morning, the guy, it's not something that we haven't said before. It's just a great little phrase, the phraseology I loved. I stopped, took the time to write it down. And this phraseology, I'm going to give you guys a few sentences here that can unequivocally change your entire network marketing business forever for the better. Because you've heard me and Daryl say that the thing you guys are missing most is the three-way call or three-way text or three-way messenger. Okay. And so here's a simple line from a guy that's having massive success, making millions in the industry. He says, and I quote, "Tomorrow, when I follow up with you, I'm going to introduce you to some of the people on the team. Tomorrow, when I follow up with you, I'm going to introduce you to some of the marketers on the team. Tomorrow, when I follow up with you, I'm going to introduce you to some of my partners in the company." I'm saying it different ways. Tomorrow, when I follow up with you, I'm going to introduce you to some of my mentors. So you're not asking, can I do a three-way? You're telling them that the next step is that tomorrow, when I follow up with you, there's a couple of people I want you to meet. Tomorrow, when I follow up with you, there's a couple of people I want to introduce you to. So you're just telling them that, hey, tomorrow when I call you, I'm going to have somebody on the phone with me. You're not saying, well, hey, can I bring in my 500-pound closer that's going to, strong arm you and talk you into, that's what they're sort of perceiving. If you're casual about it, right? I'm going to send you the video. I'm going to get you on the Dream Trips page. And tomorrow when I follow up with you, I want to introduce you to a couple of people you're going to be working with. That's it. You just throw it out there as a matter of fact. And then tomorrow when you do follow up, have that person on the phone. If you simply do that, and you'll learn to do three-way calls, because if you're having trouble recruiting, it's because you're the only one doing the talking. That is your problem. You are the only one doing the talking. So even in a recruiting call, you should have them doing more talking than even you, and you shouldn't be talking at all. You should have Daryl, Deborah, Danny, somebody other than yourself. And you have to learn. Make that your number one thing. I got people that don't even speak English succeeding in this business because they're doing three-way calls. They're doing three-way messenger chats. I'm in three-way messenger chats that are in Russian and Spanish and French, right? And to a translation, it works, right? I don't even speak the language and it works. And so we got people that don't speak English having success, maybe more so than some of you, because they're doing the little simple things that appear to make no difference at all. But they're doing three-way calls. If you'll start doing that, big things can happen for you. So, hey, Daryl, I know we got Danny on here. We got Deborah on here. I'm going to throw it back to you. I want to get Danny in here. Mr. Danny Bling Bling Segwinal, the #1 income earner in the country of Canada, the country of Mexico, the Maldives, Thailand. Don't forget about the UK. Don't forget.
Talk about visualizing.
That's what I'm talking about. Usually I bring out the fire, but today we're talking about money. Money.
Oh, dude, I love that. I love that backdrop, Danny. I don't know where you got that at, man. That's incredible. Boy, notice he put Danny Segwinal #1 Canada. That's fantastic, right? Danny's got a vision to be #1. And so he is the #1 earner in Canada, right? For some of you, well, I'm not the #1 income earner in Canada. Hey, you're the #1 earner in your neighborhood. You're the #1 earner in your city. You're the number one earner on this side of West Avenue. So just start kind of getting that in your mind, right? But Danny, your thoughts?
Yes, yes. But you know what? It's all basically what Daryl just said. That I actually went and got the video, by the way, right off the top, like right here. I went, you can't see it, but I went and got the video, the Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey.
Oh, man, I'm gonna share that one real quick. But visualizing. So I keep putting it up. So, at the beginning, I was like, should I even write this down? No one from Canada. I'm like, yeah, because it makes me feel good. It motivates me. Because if I'm not, I'm gonna take back my number one title, right? It pushes me. So that's why I always put that down. And you know, the money, I mean, you know what it is. That's what we're here for. We're here to make some money. I got a couple points real quick here. But the first thing I want to do, I want to take a 5 second of silence just to be thankful. Thanks to Travoyum, it changed my life and it's changing so many people's life. Thanks to Daryl, thanks to everybody. So let's take 5 minutes to just be quiet and just be thankful. Boom. I feel like a pastor. But yeah, my smoke. But sometimes you just I gotta take a couple of seconds because we're out here, we're coaching, we're training. I was listening to Daryl and Utah, and I'm like, why am I gonna speak tonight? I don't feel like giving. I feel like just taking, right? I just feel like taking the knowledge. And like, I don't want to give nothing. There's nothing for me to give. You guys are giving so many nuggets. And I really love the part that you just said, Todd. You guys have been around so long, but I won't say long like LONNGG because you make you guys too old. But you guys been here so long, right? That you've learned and you've taken notes from the greatest of the greats, right? It's the weekend. It's Black Friday, right? Like, Boxing Day and all that stuff, sales. And all I see is these coaches selling training $9.99, but today $89. How does something cost $1,000? Going to write that thing down to $89? You're just trying to make money. You're trying to make a buck, right? But they're trying to make these sales, and there's all these training that they're selling. But we have more experience, more knowledge right here on a Saturday call for free. We have more knowledge, right, and experience here on a Saturday call. You guys going to see it on Instagram, all these websites, training this, training that. Just come right here. Look what Todd accomplished, what Daryl accomplished, what they've accomplished in the past, right? I mean, being here, you have everything that you need, right? When you join Travoyum, you have mindset, you have leadership, okay? That counts for a lot of money. Mindset, leadership, training. You have a family, right? You have friends, you're meeting people, you're traveling, you got the sun, you got the beach, you got more money in your bank account. And all of that for what? Something like $50 a month, $70 a month, $125. Tell 3 that come over here and it's absolutely free. The value is worth millions. Do you guys know you can make millions of dollars? Put that in the chat. Do you guys know you can make millions with Travoyum? Did you guys know that? You guys look at the comp plan? Like you can actually make 1.2 and more million dollars a year. Was that part of the compensation plan when you got your JOB? When you went and got that job that you have right now, can you make $1 million at your job? Can you make $1 million at your job sipping a pina colada on the beach? Those are things for you guys to think about because sometimes we don't realize what we have in our hand. What we have in our hand is so powerful, it is so big that sometimes our mindset can't even comprehend. We're just like, oh my God, I gotta get my 3. Oh my God, I'm still not qualified and I'm trying to get, I don't want to pay that 70 or that 125 a month. What are you talking about? How much does it cost to become a doctor? How much does it cost to become a lawyer? How many years you have to spend in school earning 0, and here you could learn while you earn, and you could make millions. Millions. Have you ever went online and Google how much $1 million in your bank account could give you just the interest? Right? Do that and write it down and put down your vision board. Put down your vision board and say, you know what? What if when I get the executive chairman, I make 1.2 mil minimum, right? I'm gonna take 200,000 and live on 200,000. I'm gonna live that million for 1 year and just see the interest go up. Woo! Like when you start looking at the numbers, you start realizing, like, man, there's money over here, right? There's money over here. Daryl said 7 billion. I gotta correct him. We're 8 billion now. When he looked at it, he was like, oh, we're 7 billion. Today we're 8. Another billion people on earth are accessible through your phone to reach out and say, do you want to make more money, right? So let's talk about money real quick, okay? So with money, you could buy a house. It's not a home, okay? You could buy a house, but it's not a home. With money, you could buy a clock, but you can't buy time. With money, you could buy a bed, but you can't buy sleep, okay? With money, you could buy food, but not appetite. With money, you could buy a doctor, but not good health. With money, you could buy insurance, but not safety. And this is a problem, right? These are the things that you cannot buy with material wealth, but money gives you everything else, right? The lifestyle. And that's why we're here, okay? Because a lot of people will say, well, you know, money, like Todd just said, money don't buy happiness. But okay, you're telling me a couple of things that you think that money don't give you, but what about all the rest that the money can give? How do you, right? How do you balance that? Everything that money can give you compared to, right? We got to think about that. Thank you, Sherry, right? You got to think about that. We're here to impact people's lives, okay? We're impacting people's lives. I love the fact that when I go to sleep, I know that I worked that day and I've helped someone and they go out there and they make money. I've helped them get more money. I've helped them to put food in their fridge. There's nothing more powerful than that. I don't want people calling and say, hey, Danny, you got $20? No, I got $1 million I can offer you. Right? Think about that. Instead of people calling you and say, can I borrow $20? Can I borrow $100? Right? My own cousin, true story, my own cousin, about a month ago, he called me. He said, Danny, can I get $100? I'll pay you like 10% or whatever interest you want on $100. My answer was so quick and swift. I'm like, hell no, I'm not giving you $100. He's like, whoa, right? Because he thought I would say, okay, what do you need the money for? Why $100? You know, I was like, hell no. He's like, whoa, okay, what's up? I said, I don't want to give you, I want to lend you $100. Let's make money together so you never have to worry about $100 again. Why you want to borrow 100? Obviously you're short. Obviously, you're still going to be short next month, the month after that, the month after that. Let me help you so you never have to worry about money again. A lot of people are suffering. A lot of people are looking, oh my God, this is happening, this is happening. But we can help them. We can show them not having to worry about money again. We have a vehicle. We have a Porsche, we have a Mercedes, we have a Tesla, you know, we have a Lamborghini, we have a BMW, we have a vehicle, we have a train, we have an airplane. We have something to help people not to worry about money again. We can actually help people. I could not help anybody in the last 20 years working at the hospital. Good job. Thank you. Thank you for getting that job. Thank you for my mama telling me to go apply. But I couldn't help nobody, right? All I could do is say, hey, come over to my house, let's have some barbecue. Look at all the things that I have, but I can't help you. Why? I got a job. I don't have no control. I can't do nothing. You know, you can call human resources and say, Danny told you to call. They're going to be like, Danny, who? But here, I can help people. We can give back. We can actually change people's life. And that's worth way more than the money that we're making, right? Last thing, okay? You never know. Just get to work. You can't lose. You can't lose, okay? Don't sell that it's easy. Don't tell people, hey, it's travel. Everybody does travel. The largest industry in the world. And everybody, the whole world is on the plane right now. Don't sell what we have like it was easy. Because you don't want those types of people anyway. You want the hard workers. You want the people that are going to put you on three-way calls. You want people that are going to grind. You want people that are going to give their 200%. You don't want people that just come here like on vacation, be like, hey, I signed up. So where's the money? I want to see the money. I saw Danny Zoom and there was money in the background. Where's the money? You don't want those kind of people, right? We can't have everybody. We can't have everybody. Right now, there's the World Cup. I'm not a soccer fan. Okay, over there, my peoples, France, they call it football. We call it soccer over here, right? There's a World Cup right now. I mean, the whole world, okay, one sport. Who did they send? Who's on that field? Who has that soccer ball between their legs? Who's kicking? Who are they? Are they people that are like, hey, let's play some football. I want to play some soccer. Yes. I take ball, I kick over there. Yes, I can do it. Yeah, put me on the field. Ha, ha, ha. Who's out there? Who's representing USA? Who's representing Canada? Who's representing Brazil? Who's representing Spain? Isn't it the best of the best? Hey, put that in the chat. Isn't it the best of the best? It's not everybody. It's not your neighbor, right? It's not your neighbor. It's not that person at the cafeteria when you go to work. It's not them. It's the best of the best. It's the people that said, I want to be number one. I want to be the best at this craft. I put in the time. I put in the work. I don't miss training. I never miss training. I never miss a Saturday call. I never miss training. I train to be the best. I train to be number one. I apply what I learned. I don't just come here like it's church and take notes and be like, oh, amen, this is good. Today was really good, huh? Hey, hell, woo, that training, oh boy. No, you come here, you take notes, and then tomorrow you apply, right? Because it's gonna take you the whole day to dissect everything we told you. But tomorrow you must apply it. Every single person on this call right now, the first thing that you need to do tomorrow, right, is have your upline, whoever you're working with, on a 3-way call. And then, right? And then, okay, you need to send a message to Todd and they'll be like, hey, listen, I applied what you guys taught me on Saturday. Right? I applied what you guys taught me on Saturday. I'm putting in the work. Be number one. Be the best. Right? Be the best in your city. Be the best in your neighborhood. Be the best in your province, your state. Be the best in your country. Just be the best. Work so hard that no one can say anything to you, right? When I talk to Dodd, when I talk to Daryl, when I talk to David, when I talk to anybody, right? They go, hey, Danny, how's business? Man, I have no shame. I have no emotion. Feel like, oh man, I could do better. I can't do better. I'm doing the best that I can do. I'm a machine. I'm a machine. I don't want to be outworked, okay? I don't want to be outworked. I don't want to leave nothing on the table, no money on the table. Okay? There's a reason why we're here. Do you guys know why you're here? Do you guys know why you're here? I hope you guys know why you're here. I hope that you guys do. Right? I hope that you guys do. Because this opportunity not only going to change your life, it's going to change a lot of people's life. And I'm so thankful to be here. I'm so thankful that I said yes. I'm so thankful that I did Zooms every single day and no one was there. No one was there. And the reason I kept going is that one day there'll be people there. One day they will come. I have to be here. If someone's gonna do it, hey, if no one's gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. Right? If no one's gonna do that, I'm gonna do it. So on that, Todd, I'm on beast mode right now. I'm about to go ham. I don't know if you guys want me to keep going for another hour. I'm preaching. It's Sunday on the Saturday.
Danny, keep preaching. I mean, I love the way you always take something and you just simplify. Hey, you make $1 million. Can you make $1 million a year at your job? I mean, they're going to pay you $1 million while you're sitting on the beach. They are not going to do that. I mean, it's just like you put it so clearly. I mean, for everybody out there, I mean, again, I hope you guys, we recorded this. It's on Facebook. I mean, I know that you're here, you're taking notes. You probably got some team thinking, man, I wish I could have had my whole team on here to hear that section with Danny, hear that section with Daryl. And we're not even done. We got Coach D, Ambassador Deborah Taylor in the house right now. We're going to have her close this whole thing out, guys. But again, every single Saturday, you can come here. You can hear Daryl, Danny. We got Ryan. Sometimes David shows up here. We got Deborah Taylor. We got Cynthia Sly coming on now. She's about to go ambassador. So again, we got all kinds of coaching, all kinds of teaching. But Deborah, whoa, these guys are on fire.
We're saying the best is just arrived. The best just arrived. We were just warming things up. We're just warming things up.
Well, like the warm-up band, for the main act.
That's it. We just warm up the room.
I don't know about that, but I know what Ecclesiastes say, money answers all things. So money answers all things. And so people have been taught, especially in Christendom, that money is the root of all evil and all this stuff, but money really answers all things. This morning, y'all not to get off, but this morning I want to talk about the passport to success. When Todd hit me up last night, he gave me some pointers. And so I started to think about what is the passport to success as you're going from 2022 to 2023. You're moving into your next level. So as you begin to move into your next level, you want to live your best life. You want to live your best life, and you can do that through Trevorium. You know, a lot of you know my story and some of you don't. But the fact that I was unemployed over 5 years ago and came into this business and now a six-figure earner will teach you that you can live your best life. Everything that Daryl has said, I'm a Steve Harvey fan as well, because Steve Harvey at one point had to sleep in his car. I've been homeless. I had to eat cornbread and buttermilk at night because we didn't have any money. I lived in the projects, and I went from the projects to the White House. I really understand the essence of being able to work and strive. So if you're going to have your passport to success this year, you want to make sure that, one, you're promoting this business, promoting your family life. You want to increase that family life. I was telling one of my newest leaders, Dr. Renee, who's on her way to Mexico, I need for her to relax. She's been on 10 ever since she made up in her mind, right? She sent me a whole plan of how her team will get 1-star and 2-star in the next week or two. But you need to relax. We need to learn how to relax. So I want to promote one thing that David Hart promotes in this business is, as we're moving into our passport success, family. Spend some time with your family. This is the holiday season, but make sure that they understand that this company increases your lifestyle. It increases your lifestyle. And I believe that's what Danny was trying to say. You know, he's a young, and it just increases your lifestyle. Trevorium can actually show you how to take action on your dreams. And what I did is, and what I've always done is I created vision boards. I actually do a vision board workshop. And in that vision board, I actually met everything on my vision board. So I have to create a new vision board, my new car, my new lifestyle. I mean, I really created all the different levels. I put ambassador on there. I hit that. So now I have to create a whole nother vision board. You want to take a self-examination, because one thing about when you get money, when I went to Dubai, I actually learned the difference between wealth and rich. There's a difference between being wealthy and being rich. And so in Trevorium, I believe that we can obtain both. We can obtain wealth, and we can attain, and I'm not even going to teach that lesson, but there's a lesson that's coming between the difference between wealth and being rich. But I want you to take a self-evaluation of your life, as where you are right now in this business and where you want to go. I want you to begin to think about looking at a fresh start, and it starts in 2022. Daryl keeps saying that, Todd keeps saying that, Danny keeps saying that. We are at the end of 2022, and we're going into 2023. David said that on the call. You got so many days to actually begin to move into 2023. So this is preparation time. You know your weaknesses better than anybody else. You know if you're fearful, you know if you're lazy, you know if you are not disciplined, you know where your weak areas is. And so since you know those, right, you know if you don't get along with people, you know your weak areas. So you want to do what you need to do in order to put some action and begin to find the mentors and mentees to be able to help you to move into your next level. What I've learned in this business in this last 5 years is life is a puzzle, and you're going to put it together piece by piece. Do away with the failure mentality. Do away with, turn that failure into opportunities. Every time somebody told me that I couldn't do it, you know, when I first came in this business, they told me I couldn't do it. They told me I would never hit 6 figures in Trevorium. Especially the people wouldn't allow me to do that because of, one, my color. 2, because I was a woman, and which didn't make sense to me. But opportunity comes, and I wanted to be the proof. And so if you want to be the proof, when you go from 2022 to 2023, you want to take the time to take your trip of a lifetime. In other words, you want to move the naysayers and make believers out of people. I wanted to make believers out of people. Danny wanted to make believers out of people. We all wanted to make believers out of people. And I believe that we have succeeded that. When a 30-year-old African-American male can leave his job, still take care of his family, still have a lifestyle, I don't care what country he comes from. The very fact that he did it, which says that every 30-year-old can do it. Every 40-year-old can do it. Even 18-year-olds can do it, right? Everybody can do it if you become disciplined and focused in what you want to do. So the last thing that I want to say is that some of you never, as we're talking to partners right now, some of you never check your back office. You need to check your back office daily because you got to review your financial goals. Always ask my team members, how much money do you want to make? Do you need the extra $4,600? Do you need the extra $1,500 to $2,500? Do you need the extra $3,000 to $4,000? Do you really need ambassador money? Because with each level comes a cost. With each level comes a cost. I want you to know that, because the more people, the more levels you obtain, the more people you got to deal with. And people and personalities will make you, I'm telling you, they will make you think about where you at and what you want to do. Then you want to constantly pursue. You want to, besides looking at your I should have said this one first, probably. You want to constantly pursue your God's direction for your life. That's the vision. Habakkuk 2 says, write the vision and make it plain upon the tablets. Write the vision, y'all. Get you some magazines, write the vision. I have a board and I have all my leaders on a board. Every time somebody comes in, I brought in 2 new leaders last night through another leader. But I write those leaders, those who have the potential to become ambassadors, those who have the potential that have the work ethic, they are on a board. Right? Because I want to make sure that I am constantly pursuing God's direction as I'm pushing people. And then some people may not look like leaders to you, but they look like leaders to me. Why? Because they have the tenacity. Why? Because they have the stick and stay. Why? Because they may be that quiet person, but they're a quiet storm. So don't constantly pursue God's direction as you begin to lead people. One of my last things is build your personal dream team. That connects with that. You want to build your personal dream team. You got to build your personal dream team because you never know who it is. You know, a lot of times people think it's the one that's talking loud. There was a song James Brown used to sing, Todd, that says talking loud and saying nothing. Right? You got a whole lot of people who talk loud and say nothing. And then you got a whole lot of people who are quiet storms like Maria. We don't see that much of Maria, but Maria is the producer, right? Maria's in the background, but a lot of time, but she is she is a quiet storm, right? She may not want to be in front of the screen, but you got to know and you got to pursue a dream team and know who's on that dream team. And then lastly, you got to pursue wholeness. And that's what 2022 going into 2023 is going to give us through our world tours, through our Dreamcation platform. It gives us the opportunity to go on adventures. It gives us the opportunity to meet new friends. It gives us the opportunity to get away. It gives us the opportunity to make memories that will last a lifetime, so that when my kids lay me to rest, they're going to be able to say, what will your family say about you when you get laid to rest? One thing I can say about my husband, he was the travel guy who went with the travel girl, right? And we loved us some Travorium, and we traveled the world for pennies on the dollar. And my children, when they lay me down, they're going to say, my mama didn't let no grass go under her feet. What are your children? What are your family? What are you pursuing? What passport of success are you pursuing this year, beloved? What are you doing as you move into 2023? Because you can have all the money in the world, but are you prepared to do what you need to do with it? God bless you, Todd.
Absolutely incredible, Deborah. Bo, I love what you just said there. What is your family going to say? What are they going to put on your tombstone? And that was a principle that Stephen Covey taught. You begin with the end in mind, right? Begin with the end in mind. And when you kind of get that picture, what you want your life to be, then you just come back and here's where I am. And how do I then, reverse engineer my way there? By the way, you talked about the vision board, the class you do. Any chance you can maybe have you come on between now and New Year's Day and teach that class right here on Saturday? I'm sure there's a whole bunch of people that love to see how you do it. And I know it's not complicated, but I mean, obviously that's so huge, especially this time of year, right? The next 5 weeks before we get to New Year's Day, especially this group, people that are getting on here. I mean, everyone bring their scissors, bring your glue, get some poster board, get some magazines, right? Just start, we're going to paste and put it all up there and get it up on the wall. That way you got that yearly reminder. That way for you, it's not something you just did New Year's Eve, but you got that board every time. Oh yeah. Those are my goals. Those are the things I'm working towards. So absolutely incredible stuff, Deborah. I mean, what an amazing call, guys. I know it's 7 minutes after, but I mean, from Daryl to Danny to Deborah to Steve Harvey. I mean, absolutely incredible. Every single Saturday, they bring it. I mean, last week was incredible. If you missed that, we had Cynthia on here and Deborah and Danny and Daryl and Ryan. I mean, again, it's every Saturday, but I hope you guys have an amazing Thanksgiving Day weekend. Obviously, this is a time to be with family. It's a time to reach out. Keep in mind, this is the number one time of year because January 1's coming. That's the time when everyone's, man, how do I make this year better than last year? They're a little more open-minded. And this is the time of year. Doesn't matter how long it's been since you've talked to your classmates, 20, 30 years ago, if you're my age, right? I mean, when you were in school, right? It doesn't matter how many years it's been. This is that time of year when it's completely natural to reach out, be a human first, marketer second, reach out and say, my gosh, John, Mary, it's Deborah. It's been too long. I mean, happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays. How are you? How's your family? Give me the updates and genuinely just connect with people, right? But it gives you that easy time of year to naturally connect with someone and catch up. And from those conversations, you are professional conversation starters. And if the person who starts the most conversations and then does the most three-way messenger chats, starts the most conversations, does the most three-way phone calls, starts the most conversations, right? If you just, you're taking the stuff that, as Danny said, you're not just here, man, this is a great session, man. That Deborah, she's incredible, man. Bring my popcorn every time she's on. I love how Danny said that. No, take this stuff. Let's go put it into action, right? Appreciate you guys being here. We're going to be back tomorrow night with the fireside chat with Coach D and Pastor Mel. You don't know Pastor Mel, unbelievable leader, writing a brand new book called Going Places. But that's tomorrow night. Then we got Monday night with our CEO and founder, Mr. David Hart. We got Tuesday night with two of the very best to ever do it at 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock. And so you got all kinds of people that are here to help you. All you got to do is connect people with the winners, connect people with Deborah, with Pastor Mel, with Daryl and Danny, right? They're doing the presentations. You just have to do the connection. And everybody, happy Thanksgiving. God bless. Bye, everyone.